This is Gabriel Niobodaya Topra Atunam Togbo Ashon, and we are now at the La Wireless cluster of schools to see how situation is panning out. Hello, come. So the girl is shy to come closer, but if you notice, I wanted to ask why she's having her nose mask and yet not putting it on. The little boy behind her too is without a nose mask, but the third person, the little girl, has her nose mask on. Come, the two of you should come. How are you? Very fine, good. So I can see you are having your nose mask, but it's not on your nose. Why is that so?
Because if I put it on, I can't breathe well.
If you put it on, you can't breathe well. But do you know that the COVID-19 virus is still with us?
Yes.
So in order for you not to fall sick or to get the virus, you always have to put it on, okay? But where is yours?
Sir, please, I don't have some.
You don't have some? You are going to buy some. Do you have money to buy one of the nose masks?
Yes.
Really? Where is your money?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then try and buy one, okay? Because the virus is real. And if you don't take good care of yourself, you may get the virus and you may die. Do you want to die? You don't want to die?
Yes.
You want to see mom and dad always, eh?
Yes.
Good. Then get your nose mask and always put it on, okay? Good. Bye-bye. I can see that you have your nose mask, but your friend isn't having his nose mask. So he's removed his nose mask from his pocket. So why is it that you have your nose mask, but you're not putting it on?
Sometimes if you are breathing, it's difficult.
If you are what?
Breathing.
If you are breathing. If you are breathing. Okay, so he says he sometimes do have breathing difficulty whenever he puts on the nose mask. And that's the reason why he had to keep it in his pocket. But do you know that the COVID-19 virus is real? It's still with us?
Yes.
Yes. So to remain safe, what do you have to do?
You have to wait.
You have to wait. Very good. So
Every time.
every time. So he even knows better than I do, perhaps. So from today, what are you going to do?
I'll wear a nose mask every time.
I'll wear the nose mask every time. So that's what a little boy has just said. You should also ensure that you wear your nose mask, okay?
Yes.
Right, so thank you and take good care of yourselves. Let's get to the headmaster of the school to engage him on how they are ensuring that all the pupils are well protected and that they have their nose mask on, and as well they have their sanitizers with them.
Good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Wireless cluster of schools.
Just when we started our broadcast, we saw a few of your pupils passing by. Some had their nose mask on, others not. We know that school has just started. How are you ensuring that all the pupils are well protected with their nose mask on?
Yeah, thank you. There's that information that has gone down to the homes, various homes, that all school children, parents should try to afford them either one or two face masks for the beginning. And I know the government is putting in place to give us supplies for them. So as soon as the supplies come, they will give them out to them.
Okay. I could see that you've mounted a point where the pupils could wash their hands. Okay.
As you can see, there's water, we have the soap, and then the container to collect the soap. What is down left is not that it is set, they will bring the tissue and come and fix it. And for the hand washing, it is set. So we have no problem as far as hand washing is concerned.
How about the sanitizers?
The sanitizers, this will just walk to my office.
Okay, so the head teacher is leading us to his office.
Yeah.
At the mention of sanitizers, I don't know what he's going to show us, but come over as we all see for ourselves. So what is here to see with regards to management of COVID-19?
Pack of sanitizers meant for the children.
Okay.
We have some pieces over there, over here. Also, we have gallons of liquid soap, then packs of tissue.
Okay, so
For
there's
them.
one
Yes,
as evidence.
as evidence. You see additional face masks
Okay.
meant for the children. Additional face masks meant for these were given by Rotary Club.
Okay.
Yes, we have other organizations that also come in. So we have enough to be supplied to the children.
This defunct clinic you see on their compound is in a deplorable state. We were here about 6 months ago to highlight the situation. They promised that in about 6 months' time, they were going to do something about the situation and even going to build modern structures here, but it hasn't been done yet. Just see, the lives of pupils of La Wireless cluster of schools are in danger. Look at this deep crack. This crack you see here is at the right side of the structure. When you go to the left side too, it is equally cracked. And then the bottom part of it has some cracks. So it could actually fall off and see those two children passing by. Imagine that some of them are passing by just as they are now, or others are even right here playing. This very structure you see could fall off and then crush them, hurt them, or affect them. So this is what we are saying. The children are back. 6 months ago when we came over here, the pupils weren't on campus. Now they are back and still nothing has been done about this weak structure standing on their premises. This is what we are saying. Authorities watching on unconcerned. And see the inscription, keep off, danger, demolished by LADMA. Keep off, danger, demolished by LADMA. 15th June 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. We are now in 2021 and nothing has been done about it. Lives of these pupils you see here are in danger. I have with me now Alhaji Nafiu Kasim. He is the chairman of the La Wireless 6 and 7 cluster and also member and executive of the school management committee. So he's in a better position to tell us why the structure we see behind hasn't been attended to for about 3 years now. Welcome to Metro TV. We see the pupils in school and the structure, which is in a very dilapidated state, still stands, endangering the lives of the pupils. How come?
Okay, you are welcome. It has been a concern to us all these years, you know. It used to be our assembly hall. Okay. Then one day we were in a meeting, then we had a crack. And then we realized that we are endangering our lives. So we came out of the meeting and held it elsewhere.
That tells us how critical or serious this issue was and
Yes,
still is.
It is very serious because we even use this building for our workshops and other things in there. So immediately we saw the crack, we decided not to venture in there again until it is rebuilt for us. So the assembly intervened and demarcated on it. They wrote on it, stop what. You can read it as
danger, demolished by LADMA.
it still stands. This is the situation. But the steps that we are taking as SMC members is that, executives, is that we intend when this session restarts, as it began today, we'll go to follow up to the assembly and seek from them where they have gotten to so far, because even when we are to hold serious gathering, we have to find another place to hold it, you know, which is delaying matters of the school, you know. As SMC too, we are very serious, wanting to bring our heads together to see how best we could help to facilitate learning and other developmental things in the school.
We pray that the authorities will step in and demolish the structure as soon as possible and ensure that all COVID-19 protocols are put in place so as to safeguard the lives of the pupils. We end here, but we are moving on to Tema to also look at a rather bizarre and worrying situation at the Manhyang Anglican School. Come along. This is Gabriel Niobodai Atopra Atunam Togbo Ashon Kwasunu, and we are at our second location. We are within the Tema metropolis, specifically in front of the Manhyang A and B basic schools. And the fact is, this school you see behind me is in a deplorable state. Specifically, its roofing, much of it has torn apart. And as you are seeing right in the shot now, this is the condition pupils have walked into. We have with us our host to tell us exactly what this problem is and the intensity of it.
This is, of course, a very bad situation which I came and met barely 2 years ago. Barely 2 years ago. And since my arrival, we have taken a lot of steps to see how best we can fix the problem.
What's the nature of the problem? Could you paint a clearer picture for our audience and also the appropriate authorities to appreciate this issue?
The roofing, as we can see, the roofing is totally off. That at the end of the day, all necessary effort to get the politicians, individual to come on board, education to come on board, all these things are futile, which of course is a worried. And as part of the church's commitment, we started supporting gradually so that we can see how best we can solve the problem. But the problem is beyond the church. The problem is beyond the church. And of course, we have also had a meeting with the immediate past MP, Honorable Titus Grover, who before election came out with some men, gave promise that at the end of the day, he will see that the problem is resolved, and if possible, a new structure will be put up. But my brother, here we are. The same story is still there, and nothing has been done.
How about the assembly?
The assembly, the same thing. I've informed that several letters have been written to the assembly, and then at the end of the day, still they have not responded to it. Even just last Tuesday, I had a meeting with the DCE and then the Director of Education and then some other people as well, hoping that we'll see something. But my brother, still, the situation remains the same. The situation remains the same, which of course is very disheartening. It's very disheartening. And if you are going to train our future leaders under this condition, then I don't know where we will be able, to lead our children to, which of course is very sad.
Let me bring in Nene. Nene shared the pictures of the situation with us. Nene, come. So, you are a teacher here. How does this affect academic work on a normal day?
On a normal day when you are teaching, the children will not concentrate, but the roofing will be flipping and just creating and making noise. And when you go into one of the class 3, right inside the class, the roofing is removed, so the sun shines directly on the children, class 1 and class 3. The MC was here July 2019.
The MC?
On the day the MC came, it has rained. When the day he came here, it has rained. And the whole classroom was flooded. The roofings were torn apart, flying over. He was here, and he took pictures and pasted it on his Facebook wall. July 2019. I went for the pictures, and I tagged him again.
And we are in 2021.
And he came here 2019. So it's about 2 years. So I don't know, for 2 years now, TMA came, climbed the building, and measured They measured all the roofing. They came here and took measurement of all the roofing. That was last year. So about 1 year now. It's still not. The MP also came here of Coastal Development Authority. Ahmed. They also came that they are coming to build. Also nothing happened. They went and nothing happened. We have written several letters to the Metropolitan Assembly.
Okay. So Nyananla, that's a message to you. If it is indeed the case that you've been here, you know the situation, and yet you are not doing much about it, it is really worrying. Recently, we did a story about how a sewer line within your metropolitan area has been choked and fecal matter is gushing out. We know that you are aware, but up till today, more than a week after that reportage, nothing has been done about it, and you are presiding over the metropolis. This shouldn't be during your tenure. We know you care, and we know you would step in immediately together with your education officers to have the school structure addressed, and as well the sewer line, which is now a major problem for residents of Manhia. Quick one before you go, what could be the cause of this dilapidation or this problem?
There is a football pitch here. And I always say the air blows towards this direction. If you come here during a normal day, you see the children playing football on the corridor, and they play directly on the park. The quality of the roofing is not all that quality. So when the children play, and when they play the ball on the park, on the roofing sheet, it affects, and that's what has torn the roofing sheet. You can see all the roofing sheet is torn. And on normal day when you come, there are about 3 teams playing football. And when even we are teaching, they will tell us we should park our cars and leave here. They are coming to play football.
The youth of the area?
I remember a time they even beat us. They locked the teachers and the children in the school when their ball went to the school. If you go to the other primary, they have broken the design blocks and entered the school to pick their ball.
I see. But fortunately, we have one of the leaders of the footballers here who, you heard what Nene was saying, that sometimes you become very aggressive and you demand to be given your ball or to confront the teachers whenever they tell you not to be playing football on their field.
I agree with my senior brother. It is true, such incidents occur, and as a leader for the group, I quickly step into it. And since that time, I hope such incident has never been occur over there. And he said something concerning we or the youth playing football over here. That's the cause of this roofing. Currently, I have a lot to see, and just for me to divert to certain things, the contract or the contractor who was being awarded for this job did a shoddy job. Sometimes when you try to prove certain things out, people might tag you as maybe you are talking in a political favor. But just looking upon where we are standing now, looking upon the roofing which has been decorated over here for our future leaders to sit on it, it is very poor. I might even blame some of our footballers over here. Fine, but football is not the cause for this roofing which has been spoiled over here. We need to have quality roofing, and if we have a quality roofing, I tell you, we are going to have a better thing for our children over here. Our MP, Honorable Titus Grover, came in and proposed and said a lot of things that he will surely make sure that everything will be completed as soon as possible. And if I'm lying, Honorable Titus is lying. I have my witness over here. Father is here. So devastated. We want our leaders to come into it. Now election has been over. We don't have NDC, we don't have MPP. We need a betterment of Tema Newtown.
We've heard from one of the leaders of the football team saying that the situation cannot entirely be placed on the neck of the footballers, and that what we rather need is a good roofing. Father, do you share with him?
Yes.
Quickly before I bring in the assemblyman.
I think I do. I do share the same idea with him that if you should get a quality roofing sheet, that will also help. Notwithstanding, I strongly believe that after the fixing has been done, we can put measures in place as far as the footballers, the activities are also concerned.
Welcome to Metro TV's Community Watch.
Thank you, my brother.
What have you done about this situation?
I've tried my best, as you know. The authority are aware.
The authorities are aware, but you are part of the authority.
Yes, please.
Beyond the fact that you are the assemblyman, you are also part of the education committee or subcommittee. So why haven't you addressed this issue, even though it's come to your attention, and even though you have visited a site and seen it over a period of time now?
Yeah, what I know from the right sources that coastal developers are coming around to give us a new building. But what we are also, what personally I'm proposing out there is that we have a whole lot of companies around. We are pleading to them that they should also come to our aid and then help us to re-roof this building. So in case if they wanted to build the new one that we know, that they said they are coming to build L-shaped building here, the coastal developers have assured us that they will come. We don't know as at when they are coming. And now our children also need to come to school. So for me, I'll just take this opportunity to tell the organization and then companies around Tema, this is the Arbor City that we claim. We have Gapua there, that we know this is nothing to them. We have Unilever there, that we know this is nothing to them. And then we have a whole lot of companies around. B5 Plus, and then we have a whole roofing companies around that I cannot even mention their names. But we are pleading to them that they should also come to our aid, so that they will help us re-roof this one before the coastal developers also come in. So we are aware of it. The assembly is aware, and then this problem is not now. It has been here for so many years that nobody wanted to respond to it. The assembly has promised several times, and then nothing has been done about it. So we are pleading that the organizations around to also come to our aid. That is what I can also say about this issue. But it's a problem to us. It's disturbing us a lot in the community.
Thank you very much. So you've heard from the assemblyman for the Dade Agbo electoral area. We hope that the Tema Metropolitan Assembly, Ministry of Education, Ghana Education Service, but also importantly, as the assemblyman said, the various and the many companies within the Tema Metropolis. It's called an industrial hub, and fixing the roofing or ensuring that this structure is refurbished should be part of their social responsibility. And we know that they have watched and will step in immediately to resolve this challenge. So our pupils, as they are back to school now, have a convenient place to study so as to excel, because after all, they are our future leaders. We are moving to our third location, but if you have a related concern within your area, invite us over to highlight it, and then we see how best together we can find lasting solution to the challenge. Call this number 0241 431035, 0241 431035, and please endeavor to follow me on Facebook or like my page on Facebook, Gabriel Ni Obodai Togbo Ashon. Gabriel Ni Obodai Togbo Ashon. Right, so follow us to our third location, which is within the Gan South municipality in a community called Langba. In Langba. Langba is within the Gan South municipality, and their business school is not in the best of state. And as we are welcoming our pupils back to school, we need to highlight some of these challenges and then have them addressed. Without much ado, just have a first-hand observation of what the situation is. This is a stair. It leads to the top of this structure, and you could see how it is deeply cracked, and it's such that it runs from below, as you see here, right to the right side, and it runs up. Then it comes back to the left side, as you see right here, to the top. So it is such that this entire part within the crack area could actually fall off like this. So imagine little children playing on the premises. You know how pupils are. Some could even be seated here eating. Then all of a sudden this slab you are seeing could fall on them. It's not just at this part, but when you go to the other side of this structure you see, it is same, and then the crack runs from here to the other end. Then when you get to the other end, it is even worse than you are seeing here. So death is imminent. And much as we are excited welcoming our pupils back to acquire knowledge, we should also be considering their safety. I am now joined by Rosemary Anyigba. Whilst talking to you from the beginning of the program, Rosemary was taking a quick tour of the facility, and she's here to then share her observation. You've been taking a tour. What's your observation?
Well, just as you said, and as I monitor the situation, I think the scratcher is in a very bad state, such that even some of the windows are broken and all that. These are some of the situations that need to be addressed before anything bad happens.
Okay.
This is the school washroom. It's really not in the best state at all. It looks more like the olden type, such that you have to squat to use it, and the urinal part doesn't even have a door. So assuming a lady is using it or a girl is using it, and then another person comes to the place, it's really not good at all. So something has to be done about their washrooms for them.
So you've heard from Rosemary Anyigba. We are here with the development chief of Langba called Ni Oko to then share with us what he has done about the situation as a development chief.
So far, the problems here in this school is that the main building was built well, but then we're having plans of, doing the first floor so that they can roof it. If it rains, the water sits on the floor and then it comes into the schools, the rooms and all that.
So it leaks badly?
Yes, it does. When rainy season, the school doesn't work in rainy season because the kids cannot be in the schoolrooms.
This is an Accra community, so they should get us all worried.
Okay, so minor problems like the window falling down and all that, we have a development committee which we see to that, we fix it and all that. But the major problem is that we have to do the first floor and then roof it.
Okay.
Then the leakages will stop and the kids can go to school through the year. But if not, then rainy season, the kids has to sit in the house.
Who started the project?
It's a Gasout.
Gasout Assembly. So Gasout Assembly, Honorable, it's in your hands. We've met you a few times and we know you are committed to the development of your community. You explained that the municipality is very wide, goes all the way to Domiabra, beyond Domiabra and Obom. But we understand that when some of these challenges are imminent and life-threatening, it should receive the urgency and immediate attention it deserves.
So Langma is the boundary of the whole Greater Accra, coming to western side of Accra. During the negotiation of that school, they said Atamis project will build it down and flow up to the flow level. Then after the flow, then the district assembly have to take over and do the rest of it. That's what they told us. So Atamis project also, we all help. Even the community people help to build our school. Some of them even didn't take even charge. The land was given free, but when you see the structure of the school now, it's very, very shameful because the way the school is too dirty, and you see, you can paint it, but immediately it rains, then you see this kind of different colors. And the children are very, very important that they have to enjoy that school when it was even raining. But when it was raining, then the children have to run away from the school, which we don't understand it. So now it's left with the assembly to come and complete the school and roof it for us.
If you have a related concern in your neighborhood, invite us over. Call 0241 43 1035. You can WhatsApp us through same number 0241 431035. Remember to follow me on Facebook. The name there is Gabriel Niobodai Togbo Ashon. Bye bye for now.